Thoughts on that game, Coach?
Really proud of the way our defense played tonight. We gave up 2 big plays, but for the most part, they really played well. The last possession, we got a huge sack. Really, they've taken some heat, and they really stepped up and played really well.
What was the biggest improvement this week from last week, in your mind?
I think we were just more consistent. Especially on defense, we're more consistent. We sputtered around a little bit on offense, a little too many penalties, some drop balls again that hurt us. But they're a really good defense. We had trouble protecting our quarterback. That's a really good football team. I mean, we were able to pull out a victory against a pretty good football team, I think. And but we still got to correct a lot of things, and we will.
Now, did you see anything in practice this week that would suggest the defense would come up with that kind of an effort tonight?
We're confident in the talent, that we have, and we just kept telling the players, we believe in them, that they'll start making the plays, and just, let's simplify it. We simplified it a little bit on defense. We put them in less situations of having to do more, and just tried to configure it in such a way that allowed their natural playmaking ability to come forth and to shine. And I thought that Orlando and the coaches did a pretty good job preparing those guys this week.
Second half especially, probably, given that they didn't get a touchdown until late.
Yeah, no, we really I thought we had some good adjustments at halftime, and Orlando did a great job coaching the guys along with his staff.
Henry contributing with his legs in the second half of that game was help a little bit?
Yeah. Oh, it always does. Yeah, he made 2 great plays at the end of the game on the last drive. I mean, he ran for first down on 2nd and 10, and then he made an unbelievable play on the naked and found Jaguar across the middle for a big play. So he still has the young legs. He should have scored on the one down the goal line though. I got onto him about that one. I think he ran out of gas.
Speaking of Sam, it had to be great to see him not only get the touchdown, but how it was. He beats the guy.
Yeah, and made a great adjustment to the ball. No question. The ball kind of faded back to the outside, and he didn't panic at all. He just relocated the football and concentrated on it, made a great play.
That's some of that kind of stuff that's missing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't made a lot of plays across the board, really, on both sides of the ball. I mean, the opportunities have been there. But like I told the guys, it's our job as coaches to work as hard as we can to put them in the best position possible to be successful, all the way down to the individual level with each individual player. And it's their job when they're in a situation, their number's called to make a play, they have to make a play.
Bakari Grant, another guy, stepped up today.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Bakari had a good game. Caught the ball well. Caught it clean and gave us some effort after the catch as well.
Any trepidation going back to Delahunt after he dropped the first one, and then you sort of?
No, it's credit to Tommy, and that was a package, our empty package, what we call our sting package. They were struggling adjusting to, and Tommy just really felt like that was the call to make at the time. They were dropping our fullback in that personnel grouping, and it was an unbelievable catch because he dropped the easy one,
right?
Yeah, then opened up his hips and made a catch in behind and got in the end zone. So good for him. I mean, he's a good football player.
Are you concerned about Luka at this point? 60% on the year, he missed 2 today.
Yeah. Well, he's a veteran kicker that has had a lot of success, and he'll get it corrected.
You're in a position that you've been working, to try to figure this team out and that sort of thing, and you've been struggling a little bit, but everybody's 1-2, so that's got to be a bit of a blessing that while you're trying to work it out, everybody else is too in this division.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a better, we're getting a better idea week in and week out what each guy can do and what he can't do as well. And trying to piece the puzzle together that collectively give us the best chance possible for success on both sides of the ball. And hey, I'm just glad everybody else is 1-2.
That was your point this week too, I guess. That you can't really rush to too much of a judgment three weeks into, especially in this league.
Well, it's you have to be careful. You have to be careful rushing to judgment on an individual player and also where that player fits, schematically in what we're doing. And Because it's not just what one guy does well, but it's what he does well in unison and synergistically with the rest of the players around him. And that's why we have coach on our title. We have to figure that out.
Maybe you're looking about this in the first couple of minutes here, but in terms of big plays, you've been looking for some. You haven't had really too many in the final 3 or 4 minutes. You get Henrys, you get Del Hunts, you get the sack.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
Yeah, I mean that's what I was telling the team after the game is they answered when they needed to. That at least shows some level of growth and maturity, with a lot of new faces and some young players, and that's something that we can certainly build on and get better as a football team.
You have a tough 2 weeks ahead of you, but is it the type of thing that you just sort of say, look, every game's tough, and just
Yeah.
take them as they come?
Yeah, it's not easy to win, and every game is tough, and we'll just prepare. The thing that our guys need to focus on is really what is the process for them individually and for us as a team to focus on the process of just improving, eliminating mistakes, getting sounder, playing faster, playing harder, playing more aggressive, and not worrying about the outcome. Worry about their play and their effort, their preparation and their effort. Those are the two most important things that they can control, along with their emotions, and making sure that we keep a very level-headed, emotionally balanced, position as a football player.
Will this take a little bit of pressure off your team? Just get people to relax and sort of say, okay, the first one's behind us. We can now sort of. Don't think it makes any difference at all. No. Okay.
No, because I'm not trying. I understand your question. We just don't focus on that.
Yep.
We try to keep our guys focused on what impacts their play as a football player, what impacts our play as a football team. Because you start focusing on all that other stuff, it's just another outside distraction that we don't need to let in right now in the development of this football team.
There's going to be some outside distractions this week, by the way.
Good question.
That's a good thing, though. I mean, we're going into a great environment. I mean, that's what football's about, right? Great fans, they've got a great football team, and it's a great challenge for us. We're looking forward to it.
How are you going to deal with it, knowing that there's going to be so much attention focused on you? How are you going to?
No, this game's not about me. This game's about our two football teams. It has nothing to do with me.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. It was Henry.